Upon hearing the news that his beloved Fiona had passed away, my husband, who was on a honeymoon with me, dramatically leapt off the cruise ship, ending his life. It was only then I realized he had never truly moved on from Fiona. Transported back to my teenage years, he decisively let go of my hand and walked towards his cherished Fiona. I watched them leave and turned away. From that moment on, our lives became parallel lines destined never to meet. A decade later, we crossed paths again at a high-profile event in Ocean City. He had become a rising star among the elite, with Fiona affectionately on his arm. When he saw me mistakenly enter the event, he couldn't help but advise me, stop holding on to the past. Even if you wait for me for another 10 years, I still won't love you. I ignored him and retrieved my cake-eating son from the corner. His eyes suddenly reddened, and he grabbed my hand tightly. Are you trying to provoke me on purpose? Didn't you once say you'd love me for a lifetime? I never imagined I would encounter Gideon again in this lifetime. At the elite gathering in Ocean City, he stood among the crowd with Fiona, exuding charm and sophistication, showing no trace of his former youthful awkwardness. People around him were all smiles, speaking in flattering tones. Young Master Gideon is truly promising, securing a major project at such a young age. Is this your beloved? You both make such a striking couple. Fiona gazed at Gideon with deep affection and said softly, we're planning to get married by the end of the year. If you have the time, we'd love for you to join us. There was another round of congratulations, and someone asked, I heard you've been together for 10 years. Why wait until now to get married? This was something I was curious about too. In the previous life, Gideon loved Fiona so much he was willing to die for her. After being given a second chance, he immediately broke up with me. I assumed they would marry right after graduation, but they hadn't even registered yet. Upon hearing this, Gideon's face momentarily stiffened, but he quickly masked it with a smile. You need a career before family. I want to give Fiona the best life possible. He looked at Fiona, his eyes filled with tenderness nearly overflowing. In the past, when we were together, I asked him many times when we could get married. It wasn't until his family pressured him that Gideon reluctantly agreed to be with me. It turns out, the difference between love and lack of it can be so obvious. I was about to turn and leave when I noticed a small figure and instinctively followed. Oops, champagne spilled everywhere, and the waiter holding a tray looked at me with discontent. Where did you come from? Are you blind? His voice was loud, drawing attention from those around us. Seeing my face, Gideon was stunned. Adeline, why are you here? I lowered my head to apologize to the waiter and explained, I'm here looking for someone. Someone curiously asked Gideon, do you know her, young Master Gideon? Gideon tightened his grip on his wine glass, his gaze darkening. Yeah, just an ex-girlfriend. Someone nearby blurted out, you've been together for 10 years. I thought you were each other's first love. The smile on Fiona's face faded slightly as she held Gideon's hand and said nonchalantly, we were young back then, separated for a bit during a fight. Who hasn't taken a wrong turn in their youth? Gideon said nothing, his gaze brushing past me to the waiter. Charge the damage to my account and let her go. He stood there, expression calm, not sparing me an extra glance aside from the initial encounter. It seemed he was eager to draw a clear line between us in front of Fiona. The waiter quickly ushered me out. Young Master Gideon is being kind, cleaning up your mess, but there won't be a next time. He glanced disdainfully at my wrinkled pajamas. This isn't a place for you. Hurry up and leave. I broke free from his grip and explained politely, I'm here to find someone. Once I do, I'll leave on my own. The waiter sneered, rolling his eyes. I've seen plenty like you trying to climb up. Do you even have the qualifications to be here? If you keep lingering, I'll call security. Wait. Gideon's voice came from behind him. He sighed as he looked at me, helplessly. She's here to find me. Let me talk to her. Fiona, standing beside him, asserted her dominance by wrapping her arms around his shoulder. Adeline, Gideon, and I are about to get married. Anyone with a bit of self-respect wouldn't come looking for an ex at this point. Gideon's face darkened slightly, and he couldn't help but advise me, stop holding on to the past. Even if you wait for me for another 10 years, I won't love you. When I was with you, it was a mistake. Now that I have the chance to correct it, I hope you can let go of the past soon. Fiona looked me up and down, a mocking glint in her eyes. I understand why you would seek out Gideon. After all, he's a renowned entrepreneur now, and there's no shortage of people trying to cozy up to him. Perhaps my wrinkled pajamas gave her confidence. Fiona added arrogantly, you're a prestigious university graduate, yet you've ended up like this? If I were you, I wouldn't even show my face. Gideon frowned, pulling out his phone, his tone growing impatient. If you feel like you were wronged by our breakup, I can compensate you now. Is 500,000 enough? His fingers moved over the screen, then suddenly froze. You deleted me from your contact?